so curious about two things.
Oh, the curiosity got the cat.
He'll always get the cat. You want to find out?
I can't wait to see what comes out of the cat's mouth today.
All right, let's get this guy.
I'm in between you guys.
All right. Well, we're going to start the podcast. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nah.
Okay. So the JOB and Mason Ho show, it's on. Thanks for having, sorry, I got to start that again. The Jamie O and Mason Ho show, psyched to have you, Nate. We're going to dig in a little bit and talk pipeline and just talk growing up here on the North Shore.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, bro.
I feel like I'm at pipe right now with sitting between you two. Hoping I can get a wave.
You're so funny. I was literally thinking like we got the gnarliest right in the middle of us.
Yeah.
It's so
Sandwich.
No, but most of the time in my mind, you guys both just want to go right. So I'll just scoop the left. And then I know when like Mason looks at you, you're like, frick. It's like that Michael Ho treatment. He just looks at you and you're like, all right, go for the wave.
Sometimes, yeah. Only sometimes.
Sometimes Mason,
they give me one. I'm all
sometimes
psyched.
Mason, that like he'll look back and smile at you and he'll just go and then he'll ride the wave and then he'll be in the barrel with you and he'll turn back and be like, what? You're in here. And he's like, just like having a conversation with you in the barrel and you're like, what's this guy doing, dude? Let's get out of this barrel.
It's usually the dream with you guys because you got the GoPros.
You're getting captured.
Like, yeah, it's going to be a good time.
No, the one time.
And we're all sponsored, yeah?
Yeah, we get the sick clips. But sometimes we get all caught up in the moment. I'm like, bro, Mason just stuffed me, but he's like saying hi in the barrel and throwing shotguns. And I'm kind of like, bro, this guy, right? He didn't see me.
You thought Mason burned you, but really he's just stoked to be in there with you.
Yeah.
I like that. I didn't even think of that. I'm over here just playing with my cord all nervous, man. Like I'm going to get in trouble. Yeah, it's so fun surfing with you guys out there. It's getting cool just because we're all getting a little older and it's just fun to like play with the whole taking turns. And I don't know, I just have so much fun with you guys out there. It feels like it's getting more fun out there.
It's almost like gotten to the point where it's better when some of the boys are actually out because the priority gets way more established.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that peak, all of a sudden the stragglers move way back. Whereas like sometimes you paddle out there early and you're like, yes, I'm on the window before the boys are.
Yeah.
But the straggler crowd encroaches on you and they like start getting real close to you and you're like, you're not.
You know, it's funny. You guys used to be.
Call them,
you guys used to be in the straggler crowd.
I was gonna say,
I was that.
No, it's cool because you'll see guys straight graduate out of there. I almost didn't even say it again, the straggler club, because I thought it was like a bad thing, but I almost think it's a good. I think everyone has to go through the straggler club, right?
Yeah,
I spent like 6 years in there.
Yeah. But you almost got stuck in there. I was like, dude, get out of there.
You gotta have like, it's like you said, one season can get you out of it.
Yeah.
You have a few breakthrough waves.
Yeah, you
can get
out of there. Yeah. You see some guys speed right through college or high school, or whatever it is, but
some stay forever.
Yeah, and some stay, and then some like just do it like a full.
That becomes the 6 foot and under crowd.
Well, yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, the 6 foot. No, but
I definitely was straggling too for a long time, and I felt like I had a lot of training. I had like rockets on my training wheels. Like all my dad and my uncle and everyone was like, "Come on, get through the straggler crowd!" And then even Jamie would be trying to help me, and Nate would be like cheering, "Come on, Nate, get through!" I felt like everyone was rooting for me, but then I couldn't. It took me a while to break through, and then maybe when I got a little older, I felt like pipeline was a little more nice
for me. But for me, like looking at you, what you're doing it was just like, all right, when is Mason going to surf pipeline? It was like you just like stayed at V-Line. You're just like, I'm so content surfing
and Rocky Point
and Rockies and like that was like 2 waves I didn't surf and probably Nate barely surfed either. And then boom, you showed up and I was like, holy shit, this guy's so good. Like this is like it makes sense, you know.
Thanks.
But no worries. But like I'm like, oh my god, like because like for me and like whoever's put the time in, and then you just show up and you're just as good and if not better, and we're just like, wow, what's happening here? Like you right when you decided to join the club, it was just like you were just light years ahead of everybody. You weren't even in the straggler crew. You're just like straight to the freaking peak.
Whoa,
there was none of that like time it takes to finally get a really good one. I feel like your first few sessions, you got the really good ones.
Yeah, thanks, Nate.
Like straight into it.
Dude,
crazy reads on the water.
Thank you, Nate. I always had big pleasure watching you grow up or your whole deal at Pipeline, because I remember when I was really young, like I was still, to be honest, my first real sessions was with your brother out there. Like when I was really, really young, I would just go over there because you guys had the half pipe at your house.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, and I'm like, those are my buddies, you know, we'd all play and they had the half pipe. So I'd go end up playing at the half pipe, and then your mom, it'd be like, I paid the price, like, or I'd have to pay the price. Your mom would be like, hey, you want to do the half pipe? You're going to surf pipe. Or you want to skate the half pipe? You got to go surf pipe now with John. And I was just like, wait, what? This is when I usually leave. Surf pipe? No way. And then John would just be looking at me like, and then a lot younger than me. And you guys would be like, wow, let's go surf pipe. And then and you guys were younger than John. So I was just like, wait. And I was petrified of pipe. And then you guys were like, let's go. Everyone's like, let's go to pipe. You know, like your mom was such a mastermind.
You guys had the funniest crew. That was you, Chaz, Tigran, Eric Knudsen was around.
Yep. K-Nuts was truly.
And John and Kieran a little bit at the time.
Yep.
That was like your guys' squad. You guys were very intimidating.
No.
Like to us, like we were just like,
just when you're young,
Me and Ivan were just scheming, like, how do we get on the level? Like, how do we get out of school when they're taking the days off and we still have to go? Like, we got to like level up.
Right. I love it. Dude, if it wasn't for your mom and your brother, to be honest, like I wouldn't even have surfed. I definitely wouldn't have surfed pipe that young. But I just wanted to make sure I wanted to make sure like you guys and your mom and everyone thought I was cool enough to at least come back and skate the half pipe. Like I didn't hair out on the pipe session. Yeah.
But your dad and uncle were pushing to.
They always would push me, but then it was like, I was always like, watch out, dad and uncle. I've always broke your rules all day.
Easier to tell them no.
Yeah, exactly.
My mom yelling at us.
But then, your mom, or she wouldn't even, she just had her funny, cool like style to get us out there. Just like, whoa. And then we'd just be like, whoa. Like, I was like, whoa, was that? Did she make us get out here? All of a sudden I'm out there about to die. Like, who made me go out here? Okay, it was Auntie. It was Auntie did it. But I'm like, where is she? What's going on now? Yeah. And she'd even be out there like, woo, like it's all good. I'll be like, oh my God, everyone's gonna die here. Like, but I'm really meant to say there was a few really good rides you got out at Pipeline. Remember when you had your red board when you were like 16, 17, 18?
Yeah.
Like, your red board, you always had like this Bruce look and you'd get all these Bruce lines, and that I feel like that was my first. As far as you out at Pipeline, my first real memories was everyone was talking about, whoa, he looks like Bruce. And you were drawing Bruce Irons and you're drawing these super cool lines on your red boards. And I just remember I was like, whoa, he's going to be super gnarly if he wants to be, And then,
thanks.
It was really quickly after that. You're just like the main.
Takes one season.
No, when I paddle out the pipe, I'm like looking. I'm like, oh, freaking Mason, but they're all my friends.
Yeah.
Like, Mason, Nate, John, Cool.
Like the lions,
Eli,
in Africa.
You're like, you're just like talking to a bunch of people,
right?
And then it's just like, honestly, it's like who could outfox the fox at Pipeline? And like, Nate puts on his face like he hasn't caught a wave in 3 hours. Like Mason looks at you like he hasn't even seen anybody in the lineup all morning.
I love you guys.
I'm like, bro, I'm going, bro.
I know that. I know you are, bro.
How's he, brother?
No. I try and like get in there with you guys. Hi, I'm around here too. I'm with you guys.
No, I remember, okay, because Mason does this like magic trick where he drops in on the boys sometimes and acts like he doesn't see it.
No, seriously?
Goes back, yeah.
Oh man.
But then he's so polite about the whole situation that you're like, all right, frick, that was pretty sick. Like we both just like nailed this double barrel together. I've been in double barrels with so many of my friends, including Nate.
Dude, I've probably burned you the most, maybe out of everyone in my whole life. Nate, have I burned you before?
No,
it's coming.
Yeah, they got I know you're gonna get me. So
if you guys are going, I'm not going.
Yeah, no.
So I don't get
no,
burned.
Jamie's so you're like, I feel like I get like a big brother vibe from you, like where it's just like you're like looking out for me, and I try not to like. It's not like I know when it's your turn, there's no way. Like if it's like, but then really it's actually since you're older and you've been out there more and you actually caught me out. So you actually get a turn again before my turn. But sometimes I'm just like, do I let him go again and again and again? Which it's really your turn. It really is. I almost got to let you go again and again and again. But sometimes I'm just like, bro, I'm going to cut in. I'm going to cut into the totem. I'm going to cut into that little fucking tiki pole right now to try sneak one. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I'm with them on one like, oh, it's Jamie again. I'm sorry, bro. Because you know what? I think it's like you hold, you know what it is like a lot. you hold your are you like, I feel like you hold your priority out there, or what you think, like what your work you've put out there and what you deserve, you like hold it. And I feel like a lot of, even me out there, I'm like, oh, I hold it too. And sometimes, and there's a lot of guys out there who maybe they're not out there every time, but it'll be like the local guys, or whatever. And they hold it down. But all of a sudden you're just like, I don't know. It just, everything gets a little lost out there, and I don't know.
Dude, it's pipeline. Like, you're eventually going to drop in on someone. Like, I've dropped in on John many times, and it almost came to like, all right, like, and even Kelly, like, it's like, all right, like, do that again. Like, we might not be like that good of friends anymore. So then you gotta like kind of serious. You gotta start drawing the line soon, Mason. Like, all right, like, I'm just kidding.
No, I know. I've been learning about the line a little bit, but somehow, like, every time I really feel the line, I'm just like, this is wrong. I'm gonna go nuts, even more nuts, I think. But then I instantly, when I try to go more nuts, I slam the bottom. Like, so I've just learned. Like, even the last time, I remember I was like, I slowly got so humbled so many times. Like, I ain't gonna take waves out here no more, And then I just remember one time I was like, wait, why ain't I just taking waves? Like, it's back on, And then as soon as I went out there, like, like my brain was like that. I just instantly got slammed. And it was like just recently. So I was just like, ooh, I'm back. Really, I gotta be at the bottom. I feel like I gotta think like, hey, we're all equal here. Take turns.
Don't
cheat the poll.
I think there has to be some, like, you say that, but I think like your position in that priority is deserved and should be held. I do think there is something where you're saying, like, when you start to get a little hungry and go on more than you normally would, like you're playing that odds game, and then that's when you get hit.
Yeah.
Like, versus being more patient and like choosing that specific one you really want. But like, I also think like you guys set the bar for that priority being held, and then it shows like each generation from his showing you to you, showing ours to us, showing Makana Pang and Baron and knowing them to them, showing the ones below that. Like, when you put the time and you get a priority in the lineup that is yours to hold. Yeah. And those are the ones you take. Like, I think it's good, like you said, totem pole, but there
like
has
a tiki or something.
There has to be levels to it.
It's like, I see it. Every time I've always heard of or there's a pecking order. That's what I've always heard. There's a pecking order out there my whole time. I always just imagined it's just a big Hawaiian tiki with all these faces, and or I don't know.
That's
I'm
like your dad. Dude.
I was thinking
your dad's the tiki, bro.
I feel like one of his faces is in there. Like, I feel like our faces come on that tiki, and the more you fight out there for it, or the more you love it, and the more you love for it, and the more you like put blood on it and sweat on it, and come throw flowers in it in the summer and give it love. I feel like your face goes up on that wood pole or whatever it is, and some are just mounted up high, like in the mountains, like Mount Rushmore, all the people's faces. We're still out. I'm still on the wood. We're all maybe still on the wood, but
still on the hike in the valley.
I don't know. I just feel like it's just like, it's such a blessing to just be a part of the pecking order, and then to be really with you guys. And
I mean, think about having to like do a strike mission to pipe, having not grown up.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I would do it.
But that's like saying like doing a strike mission to Chopo now.
I didn't go this year.
Well, it's like they hold down the lineup, like we hold down the lineup.
Totally.
It's like these are our special. This is our special place.
Did they always? I feel like, did they always do? Growing up, I always heard stories about that, or is it more now? Or I've never
more now.
To me, like when it was like crazy hospitality, way different than pipe was when I was first going over there, when I was like 15 to 20, and it was like super shared lineup. But I feel like over the years, some people took advantage of that, did too many loops.
Yeah.
And then they also, like the kids growing up, the ones who need to hold it down or else chaos ensues, like they also saw pipe and what was happening there. And they were like, you guys aren't going to like come back and forth. Like now you go there and it's very different. Like it's super held down on every swell. Like the locals are going to get the best waves.
Yeah.
And they're really like they really want that to be the case for that swell day. Like locals on the best waves of the day, locals getting the best clips of the day, and like putting on the biggest show.
Yeah.
Which that's what happens at spots like that. They're doing it. Yeah, totally.
But Chopo's so perfect for that. Yeah. Pipe, you can't pipeline, you can't go out. Anyone could get the wave of the day at pipeline.
So
I feel like Chopo's easy to regulate. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I felt like it was a candy store when I was out there.
Were you just getting so much candy in the lineup?
I mean, I wasn't getting too much candy because it was a big, super big choppy. I only served it once, I think.
Yeah, I was always curious about that. I thought you would
Only served it one time.
fall in love and go
right?
back again and again.
No, my dream. I think I just missed that bus. I seen it slowly. I seen the windows getting a little smaller, you know, and I don't know. I've been actually dying to get back over there.
I
always
would love
thought,
to see it.
yeah, no,
think it would
and I
be
got
so
Uncle
fun to
Pota.
watch.
I love all the people over there. Uncle Pota used to stay at my house, and I always sometimes I WhatsApp him, and we'll talk for like an hour and a half or so. I'll look at the phone like, oh, Uncle, I gotta go. We've been
Pota's a
talking for a
man.
long time, yeah. And he'll be like, see ya, like I love you, yeah. And so I don't know. I always feel like I gotta get to Chopo and check it out, even go study it like you guys did. I feel like you guys had lots of good times out there, huh?
I'm very excited to see the footage if you go back.
Yeah.
You too, bro. You're
Me
too
too.
cool.
I'll kick back over here and watch it on your YouTube channel.
No,
Yeah, same.
Oh my gosh. Hey, you just alley-oop that thing. Hey, you guys gotta subscribe to my YouTube channel, bro.
Yeah.
I'm dreaming to get like some
100K.
like you guys, bro.
Give the guy 100K.
Hey, wait, but seriously,
Come on, dude.
How many
hey, give him a shout out.
subscribers?
He's just laughing. He's
No,
like,
I
I'm
know.
pretty
Hey,
shouting him out.
Subscribers are mine.
Hey, that was actually a question of mine. That was one of my questions. Was like, how do you like how is there like a science on how you get like subscribers, or do you flare up the YouTube? Because seriously, I feel like your YouTube is one of the sickest YouTubes, and I always thought Jamie's was easily one of the sickest YouTubes around. So I see you guys both just doing it so mental, and I'm just like, bro, I need to get those numbers and those analytics, bro.
The
I want to show the
analytics, we love it.
sponsors those numbers, bro.
Yeah.
Those things are mental. But how do you? Is there like a little? What's like a just a for even like the veteran rookies or the rookies out there or anyone, like
Gotta
what's a
talk
little
to a
tips,
coach here.
right?
So yeah, well, I gave him all my secrets, and then he doesn't even call me when the swells are like arrive. He like sneaks off the lances, rides Green Bush, freaking any kind of places.
my- that's
You're still
another,
in
like,
Mexico.
Pull right on ball.
How do you get it so good? Like you're
Call it in.
He goes by himself.
really
Like,
you're a hero. You got the best
hey,
friends.
he just brings his wife and he's gone. He doesn't need Zor, doesn't need me, Koa, you. He's like, God, bye.
That's
See you
so
later.
sick, man. You're living the dream.
It's the
Yeah.
dream.
Do you even get skunked? A little bit? Not really? A little bit?
Sometimes I do,
Something.
but you can always make something out of like nothing.
That was
I
always
can do
my
it.
saying, bro. I love it. Give me
Yeah, you
I'm
get
just
it. That's right.
baffled. Like,
YouTube's funny. Like I just feel like the more you look into it, the more confused you get. Like obviously there's certain things you could do, like which you do already, like consistency and good sick footage. But then the more I look into it, like I'll put all this work into a video and think this is the one. This thing's going huge, and it goes like 10 out of 10.
oh, that's me 10.
And I'm like
10 out of 10 times, bro. I think this thing's going to be the biggest hit. He's just
I think it every
40,000
time.
views. I was like, bro, it's been like 6 months, bro. 40,000 views.
YouTube's been really weird this year, though.
That's
Like,
weird.
I feel like it's been like I don't know if it's just more surf content, people are watching less, or it's
Whoa.
like in general, I feel like everyone's views are a little bit down.
I think everyone's super down because you're not on that like slab tour right now.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Oh, thanks for the
Sick.
invite.
Dude, I want to give you another 5, but we've done 10, bro.
Hey, where's he going?
Where is Nathan gonna be?
Yeah,
Oh, I was
Guess.
nervous to ask.
yeah.
Guess below in
Really?
the comments.
He's probably gonna stray a little
Let me
sneaky
guess.
freaking.
I know,
mission.
right?
Yeah, I could just look on Storm Surf and I could figure out where he's going right now or Surfline.
Oh, that's a good call. There is
Yeah,
something.
we could
coming
rat him
soon.
out and like, send everyone out. We could drop this
You know
podcast
what's
tomorrow.
funny that I got paranoid that Surfline was tracking my favorites list
Whoa.
on their backend data and looking at what I look at the most. And I'm like,
They just send guys
they
out.
know where I'm gonna be. They're gonna
Wait,
send
you're
crews.
that paranoid.
So
Not
I
paranoid.
just-
Aware.
Oh yeah, it's paranoid.
You're that aware.
I scroll through and I click on all random spots.
He uses his chick's account.
Hey, you're my. I gotta give you another 5 out. That's another level. I always love paranoia, but that one's another. I
They'll
mean
never
awareness.
find
I mean
me.
awareness.
You're at that like stage where you're just like psychopathic, like just all you want is freaking subscribers and views, and that's all that and big
That's the
barrels,
sickest.
and nothing will stop you.
I'm just hooked on the score.
Yeah,
Just want to keep scoring. Just
Wow.
want to keep getting barrel.
but the one thing I must say, like that, the one thing so you got a new sponsor change, Florence Marine,
Yes.
super psyched.
Oh,
Feels good.
Another 5. Bro. That's it.
Let's keep them
So-
going every 30
I
seconds.
don't know how many that was, but,
But
that's mean though.
I'm so psyched. It's just like too smooth, perfect transition into that. And Florence being where it was, and John having been like taking that step away from the traditional main sponsorship.
The big risk.
Right. A huge risk. And like, he didn't have to do that. He was a world champ. Like, he could have gone and got any big brand.
Yeah.
But he's like, you know what? I'll try this. And for me to be able to have that opportunity,
So sick.
to say, hey, you want to come build this with me? And like, I was just thinking about the other day, I'm like, for me to have the opportunity to surf for a living, be sponsored by a brand we own with my brothers, and all three of us be on the same sponsor, I'm like, how did I end up here?
That's because you're
like,
core.
I just
You're
feel
core.
so fortunate to like even have gone somehow down the right path to make this happen.
So, but what I want to know about the contract, and you don't have to like say too much, but the one thing,
Detail. Love that. I'm with these.
how much you getting paid? No.
This is the
How much you
best,
own of this company? No.
Yes. I could just benefit. I'm with the freaking.
Was when you signed the contract, was there something about just kind of being misto in there? Like stop like replying to people, stop like when Jamie texts you,
What?
don't respond right away.
No
like
way.
you gotta be like, you gotta turn into like John Florence. Like when I message your brother, he'll message me back. I'm like, oh, sick, right on. And then he'll message me like a month later, like, what's up? What are you doing? And I'm all, whatever, dude. You didn't freaking message me like for like a month. Like I'm like kind of mad at him. Like, really? And he's like, oh, sorry, I had another phone. I'm like, whatever. And he's like, you want to go sailing?
Too good.
And then I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like maybe he's like, let's launch some boats right now. Or like, do you want to jump on my boat and like go to Fiji? I'm like, dude, I can't just go to Fiji,
Yeah, on
dude.
the spur
Like,
of the moment.
I remember he stole you he like took you to Fiji one time and like you didn't come back for like 4 weeks.
We were gonna score together there. We were at Cloud Break.
We were gonna score a perfect cloud break.
And then I just had to wave goodbye out the back.
I was getting barreled and you guys are just driving into like freaking no man's land.
That was hard. We drove away from good waves.
So
Never
did you sign the contract saying like you like, cause you've been very misto lately. Like usually like text Nate and Nate's on it, text me back. Now it's like, you're all like the subscribers, the followers. Like is it getting to you?
It's gotten to my head. The hat sizes are going up.
They are.
No. Never. I just find like for me, it gets harder and harder to organize trips and include other people, if that makes sense.
No, just text me back. That's all I want. I don't even care if I go on a surf trip. You're not going to invite me anyways. But like, yo, Nate, what are you doing?
I found myself being on my phone
4 days later.
less and less.
4 days later, I'm all, Nate, thought you're my buddy, dude. I've known you my whole life.
Hey, does Florence make the long pants too that you've been wearing? Or no?
Yeah.
Is that, okay, thank God. I wish. Yeah, good thing.
They
I
got
didn't even
the
know, but I
pants.
was curious.
They got the pants, the
That's
shorts, the
sick.
shirts.
Stay out of the sun. Yeah.
I just want to be out of the sun completely, but still be able to surf every day.
Yeah.
The sun is evil. People think, oh, go sun yourself. I'm like, nah.
No.
I have enough freckles and sun damage.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse.
That's sick, bro.
So
Florence.
sick. I was talking to Mason about Mason had a couple questions about what kind of barrels you like.
Oh, that was my main. Okay, so I told you there's two things I'm really curious about.
I'm ready.
I think I already asked you for the subscriber tips. That was one of them. And then my second one was, what kind of barrel do you like? Or what's your, how about this? That's just so boring. But what's your favorite type of barrel? I was thinking, what's your favorite kind of barrel?
I think it's like
'Cause you're a barrel
wider
master.
than it is tall, more water above than below,
Wider.
sideways almond, and then more water on the lip than is on the reef.
Whoa.
And I like ones that have hard drops, or to me, they feel the best when you make it.
Yeah. Some sort of impossible entry, but you're
Like
sciencing
you make
why
it,
and
yeah.
how.
And like sometimes like the gnarly
Love
drops
that.
almost make you end up positioned the best.
Yeah.
on the barrel. I hate like having to slow down. I'd way rather be forced to put on the gas. Those are like always the ones that feel
I
the
like
best.
that.
I don't like to slow down. Roll-ins are very nice, but they're not as rewarding. More water above than below.
Love
Wider than tall. It's like what is it called? The scale where it's like crazy.
I don't know if anyone has glasses.
The crazy to hot scale for the girls. It's the barrel is like dangerous to
I could
good
picture
scale.
it. No, I could. Oh yeah, the graph. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
the
put that. You're actually getting the perfect barrel. Yeah.
There's
No,
the
I mean, I don't know if
perfect
anyone
spot.
has glasses sponsors, but I'm just picturing an Oakley sign. You're pretty much explaining
that kind of barrel.
Yeah, like just like sideways.
That's the one.
Almond
Yeah.
Oakley. I mean, free publicity.
What about you? What about you, Mason? What kind of barrels do you like?
Oh no, I like the O sign too.
Yes.
Do you like almonds?
Yeah, I like the almond sideways though, not the almond like that. I mean,
What about like
Yeah, I do.
the Honolulu Bay almond like that?
oh yeah, no,
Or you-
that one's mental too. The Honolulu Bay one's probably the meanest. Yeah.
Or you like the Chopo
Oh,
thing?
hey, you're right. Honolulu does do that
Yeah.
sick like
It's
almondy.
like the perfect almond barrel.
Oh, you're a true barrel freaking guru. What the heck?
I feel like Mason's more like no more water below.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, to keep it really simple, because I don't want to go, I could go on for ages about it, but
Yes.
my favorite barrels, yeah, the dream is like, there's just absolutely, it could be reef or sand, but just, I want like no water. The dream is like, you're coming off the bottom and you just hear, and then
I'm gonna give him track.
yeah, you can take off early, late, whatever, but if you just hear like on the bottom turn, and because that will choke you up too, like you get deeper too, and then when you come off that, you come out with like less equipment. That's the best. It's
Come
like
out
lose a
with less
fin or
than
two.
you
You
went
get
in.
washed up the beach.
Oh, and then that's the best too. If you just gotta come out first though, and then feel the spit for a little bit, and then the dream is you get washed up some sort of like reef or sandbar or something where you could like roll and up and just be like, oh, look around to your buddies.
That's
That
when
was,
that's when he ends the vlog. He just starts rubbing his board and he's just like starts doing all this weird.
The ones
like,
in the
magic.
north is then your northern, what is it, Cave Heart?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that.
You're
Mahina's
fun.
like, what are you screaming about? I was like, Mason just doggy doored this 8-foot slab, but there was nowhere to doggy door to.
Yeah,
like I
I knew you'd
couldn't
love
understand where you were going. It was just rock, and you tried to
My
still.
dream was I wanted to skateboard. Like I wanted to skateboard or just like, on the skateboard, how even if it's
Yeah.
uphill, if you just weave,
Yeah.
you could just get up. I thought even with the board, I could just be like, but the thing just went.
Yeah, it was like straight on you.
Yeah, I was like,
You got the tumble of the rock though.
Yeah.
Bonus points.
dude, I was trying to be like same like you, same like
That's another
flair,
level.
flair.
I don't like that shallow. That was. I was like,
I was
that's.
seeing the spots you do. I
that's
was like,
for
"Man, how
Mace."
does he? I seen the spot you love over there too. I was like, I'm like, because I never surfed that one.
Oh, yeah.
mental one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never surfed that one yet. I've been kind of dying.
I feel like
to.
it would be boring for you after that one you
No,
surfed.
I want to go with you. But
Yeah.
I look at it and I'm like, how does he paddle out there? And you do it by yourself sometimes too, yeah? You just paddle out there?
He won't tell you, and anyone won't
I
tell
mean,
you.
yeah, never mind. This is a private conversation, yeah.
You know how it is. You see good waves, you gotta surf them, even
Yeah.
if you're solo.
I love it, pal.
All right.
What else do we ask this? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ask him
That's
that
a good
one.
one. What's your dream heat at Pipeline? If you got the opportunity,
This is an interesting one because you either
Don't be
choose
biased.
you either choose people who can't surf so you can get all the waves.
Yeah, I like.
robbery
I mean-
at Pipeline.
No,
or,
you're just
or
breaking-
you choose your friends that you want to surf with. But I feel like
Well,
it sounds biased, but like surfing with my brothers is a good combination of those because I know they won't burn me.
Yeah.
So I could potentially take a wave if I
Uh-huh.
really, really wanted it. But we're also great at taking turns.
But you were earlier saying we're all brothers in the lineup.
We are until we aren't.
well, brothers, there's all the sides to them. Yeah,
Yeah.
like brothers kind of get nuts too. Yeah, so
So you just want a 3-man heat.
Yeah.
that's
Usually-
funny.
usually-
No names.
Yeah.
Or brothers. I like the
Brothers,
brothers heat. The mix of friends and family, and like I will
So
go
the
or if I
Yeah.
have to or want to.
Yeah.
Because they might do it to you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, fully.
Yes. Okay, that's perfect. Oh my gosh.
well, yeah. So who do you think would win this heat? John, Mason, Kelly, or me?
Wait, Nate's not in there?
I
You gotta
make it
qualify.
super-
I didn't-
No, he's
it's
down
'cause
the
I didn't
list.
Text him back.
Yeah.
You got-
He's right there. You see
You
it?
gotta make it super weird. That's a weird question right there.
I'm going John because he's just wins
He's so
every
good.
heat.
I know. He's like a I don't even know. He's like a musician at Pipeline.
He'd do like some science, huh? Where like he'd just know, like
I mean, if it's the pumping day, I honestly don't know.
It'd be fun.
That would be one of the.
it's almost like a UFC fight. Like anyone could just like
Anyone can
accidentally
win
knock
that.
each other out. Like,
Yes.
Dude, I got this crazy. So I went to a UFC fight. I went to
live.
Yeah, live. But I was at this like, sorry, I just had to interrupt this, but
No, that's what we wanted.
I was like so pumped up. Like the night before I met like Stipe, like that, like he's going to be fighting John Jones in November. Like I met a few other fighters and I was like just fanboying. I was like, these sick. Like these guys are so cool. They're all like very genuine people. Like I was like, sick, frick yeah. And I was like looking at this guy. I was like, is that Bruce Buffer? And I was like, nah, that's not Bruce Buffer. Like, why would he be at this party? But it kind of weirdly made sense. And I was like, oh, and then I was like, didn't think about it. And then Tina's like, why didn't you say hi to Bruce Buffer? And I'm like, that was Bruce Buffer. Like,
lost your opportunity.
Dude,
He's
blew
a
it.
legend.
Totally blew it.
The ultimate legend.
Yeah. So then we watched the UFC fights. It was like this crazy ordeal. Then we like meet up. The Cascade. He's like the DJ artist, like super sick guy. So anyway, we ended up connecting. He followed me on Instagram, and I was all psyched on Cascade. Like it was kind of like through like the pandemic, or not pandemic, but like the COVID trip.
Yep.
And he's like, dude, I just got so into surfing, and like we linked up and like talked. He like brought me into like this backstage area, and I was like, freaking sick. Like I pull up, I'm like, oh, freaking Bruce Buffer's here, bro. I looked at my wife at 16. I was like, I'm gonna talk to him. She's like, yeah, for sure.
Gunning it.
Yeah.
For the sledgehammer.
So then I was like, all right, well, I need a drink. So then I saw there was like these 3 bays of like bottle service, and like I thought Cascade had them all, and I walked over. The guy's, whoa, what are you doing over here? I was like, oh, sorry, I was gonna grab a drink. He's like, no, you cannot. This is my area. This is my trip. I'm like, oh, sorry. And then I was like trying to just be a nice person. I'm like, oh, yeah, where are you from? He's like, I'm from here. I was like, oh, sick. You're from the club? And he like looked at me like smart ass. I was like, frick. I was like, just need to loosen up before I talk to Bruce Buffer. So I walk back. Like, all right, we're gonna walk up to Bruce Buffer. So I walk up to Bruce Buffer. He's like standing there. He's got like this, like, young girl, just give him a massage. Like I was like, oh, he's crushing it, bro. Bruce Buffer, bro. Like, heard he likes surfing, bro. I heard he loves surfing.
Heard he likes surfing. I love that. I actually heard that too.
Yeah. So I walk up to him. Like,
looks cool. Like,
you're sick. I was like, I was like, what's up, Bruce? I'm Jamie. Nice to meet you. And he just like looks at me like this. He's like, I was like,
You never said anything?
No, dude. He's like stone cold me. And I was like, oh, and I felt so weird. I was like, oh my God. Like, Bruce, that you like surfing. And like, and then I was like, oh my God, that was so awkward. And like usually like, like, I don't know, like that was pretty weird. And then he goes, and I go, oh, I'm just a fellow surfer. And he's like, oh, and he shakes my hand and he's just like done with me. And I was like, oh my God. And then like Tina was like watching me and she's like, oh my God, what happened? I was like, oh my, so awkward.
Whatever. This plot twist.
That's so sad.
See this going down. Yeah.
Dude, I was so bummed, but I felt like an idiot. But then like a couple of minutes later, I swear, the security did a comb through Cascades area, and anyone without a band got kicked out. And then there goes Bruce Buffer. Bye-bye.
Got kicked out of the group. You're like, see ya.
Plot twist, bro.
You're like, I don't love you anymore.
All the time, Jamie. You always got those.
I was like, oh.
That's really sad because it's started like the one time you would ever fan out.
I'm going to try and meet him again, though. Give him a second shot.
Again. That's hilarious.
Yeah, 2.0. Bruce Buffer. Let's go.
Yeah.
First one's free, yeah.
It made me feel
I heard he scraps, but
probably, yeah. He'd just like say something, he'd just fall over.
Yeah, that's it. So funny. What?
Any broken bones at Pipeline, Nate, yet?
No.
Not trying to jinx you.
No, it's all good. I just, so weird. I just this year had my first big face hit.
Ooh, oh yeah.
And this year I feel like was the craziest year ever for people hitting head and face on the reef.
I agree.
And I was like, wow, like, okay, like a lot of my friends have hit the reef on their head or face. That's crazy. And then boom, I was just one of them. Random session, never thinking it, not thinking anything, broke my leash, tried to swim in and off the wall through that little current zone.
Yeah.
All the sand was pulled out of there and all the boulders were real close under the surface. I was halfway in the whitewater. Rock straight in my face.
Crazy, yeah.
9 stitches down my eye.
That's scary.
Dude, how creepy is that area?
That area is spooky.
Dude, that thing sucks you back out to sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't get in and you can't get out.
No.
How's how 3-footers just detonate guys' faces and girls? Or every year, there's one of my buddies or some friends like, oh,
That's right where it was. It was a 3-foot whitewater.
somehow. That's why on the small pipe days, I almost like, sometimes it looks so fun, but I almost like won't go.
Yeah,
On the
more
smaller-
dangerous.
Yeah. Like the small pipe days,
Yeah.
like 2-3 feet.
The most dangerous pipeline is small pipeline, honestly.
Like 2-3 feet.
Right?
To 6
It's
feet.
the most shallow.
Yeah.
It's on that weird, like it's like
That's the stuff you like.
I know, but over there it's so weird. I like it when you could see it a little bit.
Like popping out of the water.
That's like soul session.
You're ready to
weirdo
grind that
die,
thing.
reef die. Like the other day I was swimming over there. We did Uncle Derek's day. We had like a little day for Uncle Derek.
How was that?
It was super beautiful. It was really fun and nice. But I jumped in the ocean. I was swimming with my eyes open. I was just seeing pillars of like the
Those
reef.
pillars, man.
Bro, they were like pillars, yeah. And I remember when I was junior guard days, do you guys remember? We'd all see them and stuff.
Yep.
But I like, it reminded me again. And I was actually super psyched on them because they looked like almost like a movie. It looked like Atlantis or something. I was going down there and just hugging them and trying to like, I was actually just like, babe, look at this. And then she's just like,
They're
like,
so scary.
dude, I'm like putting my feet on it. Like, look, I'm like literally a gargoyle on like a building. Like, but no, but they were so big and weird
Yeah.
and nuts. And then when I went in, I was kind of like telling my dad about it. I'm like, Dad, there's these perfect pillars. Like, I was looking for the thickest, straightest, just nutsest ones. And he was just like, what? But but then he's like, where? Right there? Where were you? And I'm like, right there. And he's like, that's right where we fall. And then I was like, what? And then I looked at the beach, how long the beach was.
Yeah.
And it was literally, and he's like, look, we're jumping off right there. And I did the math, but I was like, it
That's
reminded
crazy.
me where,
because the beach was so big, you ended up swimming right where
yeah, you ended up jumping in,
the
you
normal
jumped 10
lineup
feet.
is.
Yeah, because
Oh,
the beach's
trippy.
so long. And
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of tripped me out. And I always kind of see it every year, but it just dawned on me different.
Yeah.
Because I've never like gone in there and held them and like,
Well, I have a theory that when a reef is big, flat with no breaks in it, then you hit way less because the water has nowhere to go but up. But when the reef is like
Whoa.
pipe with channels and divots and fingers and the water goes through and you get pulled through with it, but you hit, right? Because like on a big flat surface, water has nowhere to go but bring you away from the
I
surface.
100%.
But when there's the
back that.
pinnacles and things, you
Yeah.
get pulled into them
No,
because it's
yeah.
rushing through
No,
them.
100%.
Turbines are like
Whoa.
pulling up, down, around, left,
Yeah.
right.
It's like twirls, water vortexes sucking you down.
Because some of those big like slabs, like Oz or Europe, that rock is like big flat slate rock. You
Yeah,
see
just
guys
so-
tumble, and you're like, how
How do you survive?
did you not just like? And that happens everywhere. You see wipeouts where you're like, how did that guy be okay? But the amount of hits that happen at pipe, I wonder if it's because that's scraggly reef
You're
and
right.
there's so many people.
No, it's like pinnacles. Some
Yeah.
of the bottoms, it looks like bow and arrows and broken swords. Or it just looks like
Yeah.
if you hit those, it's gonna scalp you or it's gonna take something off of you or break
It's
something.
like hair getting caught in a comb.
Yeah, it's like not
you hitting
pretty
them,
under
boom.
pipeline. It's
But where do you get the most work? Do you like out of the whole year? Like where every time you're like, frick, this one place just
Yeah.
pounds me.
Jaws every year for me.
oh,
You broke your back.
I broke my back there. I just had tweak my shoulders. Like I feel like every time Jaws is just.
well, you attack that place.
Yeah.
I need to go more cruise out there. Like wait
Yeah.
for a better
I don't
wave.
know. I love how you do it. Though. It's such a pleasure watching you. You're like probably easily one of my favorite guys to watch out there.
100%.
Because it's a highlight of Wipeout reels.
No, it's just
I
the way
wanna
you-
make a wave.
You're trying to knife
No,
like
I
a
love-
25 footer, like
Oh.
like no one's ever done.
I just
I
want
love
to get
it.
barreled out there. Like I've had barrels and like pocket rides, but like never like the one. It's like one of the one waves feel like I've never gotten my one at.
And you're gonna chase it this year.
Maybe. I'm not super excited about it.
He's full of shit.
Dude, I love your
He's
attack
probably,
out there.
he's probably
It's so
going there
gnarly.
right now. That's where his little secret trip is right now.
It's a wind swell, yeah.
He's gonna
East
go
shore.
hang on to some reef down there and just
Wind
kind of.
chop.
Oh, gargoyle out, yeah.
What about? I was always curious about your quiver mace. Like you're either on like the real short board or then pipe pumps and you're on like that 7.0 size.
Yeah.
Do you have an actual gap in the quiver or do you have size like
No,
your
I
quiver
got-
has everything?
yeah, it's
6'6",
weird.
6'4", 6'2".
Yeah, no, I actually have the yes.
James, are you good?
Almost drowned.
Kona wave water.
One talk about boards, he's getting worked up.
Yeah, he doesn't have a 6'8".
No, I do. Somehow I have all those numbers, but every time I look at them, I even put them in my car every time. for a few years, I convinced myself I was going to use my 6'6", or my 6'7", because when I was younger, I'd kind of use a little more normal numbers, or my 6'8", you know, even. But for some reason, I always throw in my bigger one and my smaller one, and always right before I like just get out there, I always like end up just grabbing my other one. Like I don't know why.
Go for the bigger one.
Yeah, or in
the other direction.
Yeah, because sometimes it's super big, and I'll just be like, I'm just gonna ride my super small one. Because
I see that I will say it looks so sick. Like your control on a small board on a big wave, and your control on a big board on like some people. Very few people can ride a 7.0 at a pipe barrel and front hand grab stall. You know, like the control is insane.
It's 7.0. That'd be in the gap that I rarely.
Oh, you go
use.
above 7.0.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you riding?
I mean, almost like 8 foot.
Oh,
8.0. Sometimes 8.0 on those.
Wow.
Big days.
So basically, like if I was riding what Mason was riding, because what are you 5'7", 5'6"?
Yeah. No, I'm 5'8".
5'8".
Yeah.
So
I used to try to claim I was 5'9", but 5'8".
You're not 5'9".
I'm not 5'9".
And then what? Like
when the guys say I'm 5'7" too, I'll be like, I'll take that too.
Yeah.
But I'm 5'8".
That's 5'8".
Got my physical not too long ago.
Me too. I was convinced I was 6'0", and they wrote 5'11".
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, no, I actually almost thought I was 5'9" when I was younger, but they told me 5'8". I was like,
but Mason paddles out on like a 7.6, and it's like the equivalent of me having an 8.6, and you read an 8.6 at Jaws. And I'm like, the next thing you know, this guy's like just taking off out the back, like no problem, like
no problem out the back, but then no problem upside down on the inside.
Yeah,
that's the part I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, what about you? What's like you like your 6'4" and your 6'6"?
Yeah, my Quiver is not interesting at all. That's why I was so interested in yours, because I just have those basic numbers: 6'6", 6'4", 6'2". I'm always on the same one.
Do you ever go 6'8"?
He does, because he has this thing called skinny fat, and when he starts getting fatter, then he rides bigger
6'8",
boards.
Yeah.
More volume.
That's a good theory.
And John has skinny fat too, so like they both like start riding bigger boards recently.
It's the power pouch. It's a little extra energy.
I was gonna say, I think you almost need one of those to truly rip, because I think Andy even like a lot of the time had it. Sometimes Andy looked like
6'8"?
Hercules, I remember, but no, the power pouch. What you're saying?
This thing.
Andy's way more jacked than we were.
Right?
We're like
Everyone,
E.T. by the river kind of thing.
No, but I could see it like on John. You guys, that's it's nice.
Love that.
But what? So 6'8" sometimes. Not even. You don't even talk about that one though. 6'6",
6'8" super rare for me.
Very rare, huh?
Unless it's like those, those days when it's like third reefing, but then there's the few skipping and going first reef, and they're real big.
Yeah.
Then I'll go like 6'8".
Yeah. I was gonna say, you paddling out on a 6'8", I just think it's over for the whole world.
and until you see me paddle out on a 9-foot soft top.
Oh, you nail it. Hey, how fun is that? Yeah, I bet you have fun, right?
That's like stealing the candy from all the kids.
Just coming in. That's ruthless, bro.
I see that.
But then I also got this Jerry Lopez. It's like
similar.
Every year I ask Jerry to shape me a board. I haven't asked him yet.
Super good call.
It's like, if you want to surf pipeline and understand like the real beauty and the connection, that shaper versus like wave thing is, you have to order one. I know you think you're like Mr. Lightning Bolt, but you need to order a Mr. Lightning Bolt from freaking Mr. Pipeline.
I would love that. That would be
he
crazy.
makes really good boards.
Yeah. Do you have one?
Yep, I did. I've ordered a few every year. I do it like every couple of years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick.
We should put in our order.
Right?
Yeah.
I know it's actually been about 2 years since my last one he made me. I still got it so mint.
I ride him for like 2 years and I retire him. But because Jerry's the kind of guy, like if you like order a board, he's like, are you gonna ride this board?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna ride it.
Yeah, he'll shape it to.
And then if you don't ride it, he won't shape you another one.
Oh, wow.
Like he's like, I'm not here to make you freaking wall hangers. I want to see this thing in the barrel pipeline.
Yeah,
that's so sick.
No wonder why he wasn't bummed when he made me. I finally ordered one. Like got stoked and had my dad talk to him and stuff, and he like made me one. I was so excited. Like my first Jerry board for me, 4-pipe. And I swear to you on my life, my first wave, I broke it.
Oh,
it was like, and
sad.
and I was super bummed. And I was like really bummed to tell him even.
Yeah.
But I had to, I told him, and he was just like, he's like, yes. Like, he was like kind of.
He was psyched you wrote it.
Yeah, no, but yeah, kind of what you said. But I could just tell he was like, yeah, that's why we made him. He told me, and he's all, we're gonna make you another one. We're making you your dad one, since he's all, I wanted your dad to try that one, but. So he's all, I know I'm gotta make 2 now, and we're like laughing, yeah. So,
Jerry, we're ordering 3 boards.
Uncle Jerry.
I mean, John could keep winning them at the Pipe Masters, but like he gets his wall hangers whenever he wants. But like, frick, we're gonna paddle out there and try and paddle around John on the board, and then we'll hang it up later.
Yes.
Yeah. Good talk.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
No way, bro.
Dude, we gotta have like you and freaking Co up here.
Yeah.
We gotta kind of like cross pollinate podcasts.
We should.
It'd be fun. We got an extra seat for Koa right there.
We needed one more mic.
Pollination. Lavender strain.
Flowering.
Yeah. And then, it'd be funny, bro. Talking with all the boys. It'd be like almost sitting, like we could almost like just stuff the couch with like a bunch of the pipeline, like freaking
even
Darryls.
the Koo Dog.
Yeah, Makuakai.
Makua would be epic.
Right?
They'd probably end up in a fight. Like,
imagine firing up Koo Dog on here. The surfer would be psyched.
So good.
Oh, they would just lose their mind. So good. Nate, back in the day, we used to have a fort. We used to go next door to we had a paper bin next door at the Sunset Beach Elementary School, and we'd all we would like go sneak out of the house, and we all just hang out in the paper bin and just like kind of hang out, and we'd like build these forts. It sounds like super weird, but like me and Nate and John and all the boys would like go hang out. Like it's like super classic times. Like we would be like in there, and people were like recycling stuff, like launching.
Oh,
like,
I remember that.
God. You went in the recycling bin?
Yeah.
They always set it on fire.
Yeah.
And then that's why they removed it.
Yeah.
These guys kept throwing a match in the cardboard section.
Yeah.
But that was the section we were all loved hanging out in.
What a bummer they got rid of that, yeah. There's a few things they got rid of around the North Shore.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. Remember the pipe drain?
Yeah.
Sunset Point?
Yeah, I was just too young to have fun with that, but I remember you guys talking about it.
I know you did once or twice. I almost remember.
It would have been sidelines just watching.
Yeah, I think that's what I remember.
You know what's sick about your mom, dude? Like I remember like literally your mom was like, oh, you could take John to the contest. And I like literally, it's like probably a bad move, Mom John. But yeah, I like my permit. And she was like, yeah, you can drive the boys to the contest, the Miley Point. I was like, what?
Like, here we go.
Dude, I had my permit. I was like, yeah. Like they're like winning contests, like just taking the groms, like just super sick.
So sick.
I used to like, because they'd be like, oh, cruise over to the house. I'm like, oh yeah, my dad wants me to go to bed at like 8 o'clock. But I'd just jump out the window, and then like I'd like walk down the little dirt track, like it was like literally like I don't even know, like 50 feet away.
Yeah.
And I would just go hang out with like Nate, Ivan, and freaking John.
Yeah.
It was like the classic.
Oh, the North Shore times.
Kind of cool. Like we like literally grew up right next to each other.
It's crazy because you saying you jump out that window, like when we moved into that house after, that's the same window we would jump out of.
Like sick, yeah.
Jump out and crawl under the house because there's sensor lights.
Yeah.
Straight to the paper bin.
Too funny.
I remember that place had so many trophies when I was a super grom. When you were in there,
Yeah.
that thing, I just remember all the trophies. Like,
Wasn't it crazy? Yeah. Like when we were like growing up, like, I mean, I don't even really, I probably maybe have like 1 or 2 of them, but like,
really?
yeah, I ended up just
tossed.
Yeah, dude. I had them all, and I'm like super weird. I just like it was like you'd go to a surf contest just to collect another trophy. Like it was like you were like almost entitled to like make the finals, and
just to get one,
dude. And you'd be like, oh, my dad was like crazy. Like your mom was crazy. It's like they would like put me in like 5 different divisions.
Yeah,
like,
you'd compete nonstop throughout the day.
Oh my god, they're probably just trying to tire you out so you can go to bed and wake up and do it again.
That's genius.
Yeah. No, I like literally would like one weekend I'd win like 4 trophies. 5 trophies, 6 trophies.
Dude, that's what your house looked like, I remember.
Bodyboard, shortboard, like open freaking whatever, and like paddle board, knee board, boogie board.
That's so sick.
Bro, so gnarly.
funny.
I was like,
Dude, I remember your guys' pad was stacked too.
Yeah.
Nate, dog, with the trophies.
so many.
That was mostly John's trophies. I was like busy sound
Really?
sliding.
I remember a couple. Yeah, a couple.
I just remember those NSSA events. I was like I'm gonna lose this first heat set, so I can go sand slide.
Serious? That's so funny.
I was so over it. I was like, I just want to go down the beach.
That's so funny and cool.
That's like when we surf contest in Waikiki. Like you just like you didn't really care about your heat. You just want to go play on the Waikiki wall.
The
all
wall,
day.
yeah. Just gotta get to the wall with the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
I remember that wall. What?
When was your first contest ever, Mason?
My first one?
Yeah, do you remember it?
Yeah, I think it was the Menahuni.
Oh, at
Down
Haleiwa.
at Haleiwa, yeah. And I was 5 years old.
Sick.
What about you guys? Same, right?
Yeah. I was about 5 years old.
Right? Menahuni, Haleiwa, 5 years old
Yeah.
too.
This
The
what-
Kokua division.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your dad could push you in, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Nalu
Yeah.
Films, that page, didn't they just
don't
this
know.
year they put out an edit of maybe that event,
With the Menahuni?
and it's like you, your sister, John, Zeke, like
Sick.
they had the sickest old footage.
Really?
of
Oh, no,
event.
that was the Rel Sun event.
Oh, okay.
That was at Rest Camp.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That footage I was watching, I was like, what?
That was
I
crazy
can't believe
footage,
this is
right?
on the archives.
Right? I think I
From-
was probably 12 then.
Yeah.
11 or 12.
long
Everyone just
time ago.
looks so
Mini.
so little. All the team with 2 big board shorts on.
Right? How fun was that?
Our boy Larry, rest in peace. We missed
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
Such
Larry.
a legend.
True legend, yeah. Capture legend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what else? Anything else, boys? We're about to wrap this thing up a little bit. Mason, you got to have something good for
What do you got for the
Nate.
rest of the summer?
Really, for Nate Dogg?
Oh, he can't tell you that.
You got
Well, I can tell you. I can tell you
your
anything.
plans.
I like how you, so my I just leave on the 26th, or I don't know what the dates are.
Yeah.
Today, but now I leave on Friday to Indo, and I'm just gonna go post up for a while and see
So sick.
I could muster up.
Are you going for that event? Are you in the event at Padang?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's all of August, right?
Yep. Are you in it this year?
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's
really?
where he's going.
Sick.
Should I enter?
Nah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
we can make this heat happen.
Come. We
Your
could
name is on that trophy almost more than anyone, I think. Or
we could.
even
They
Lee.
run it in a sick program. It's you surf twice, and then if you qualify, you go to final, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Remember the year Benji won? We had the sickest event.
Right.
All of us. It was
Trippy.
pumping.
You guys are just
Yeah.
sneaking off, huh?
I didn't know.
See, you guys are on the
What?
same flight.
Jamie, there's other places in the world besides Mexico. You're not like 100.
Dude, I'm like retired.
You are.
I'm so happy.
So we gotta stay in touch, Nate. Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
to Indo
I don't
with
know.
us.
I know you're going to Africa though, Nate, but
You're going to
we'll
Africa.
still stay in touch.
Is that what he told you? He told you already, huh?
Nah, I don't know. Jamie's up there. Dude, you usually don't even get phased by my curveballs.
You know, how's this?
Easy fishing today.
My next trip, Mexico.
Yeah.
Dude, I just kind of like, I retired paddling, you know, just when pipe pumps, I'm on down the paddle. and
I'm ready for that program.
The one you posted today was crazy.
that was a good one.
Right?
That
Thanks.
looked like you were at a point break.
You
all
didn't
of a
even
sudden.
comment on my freaking post.
I
bro.
liked it. I'll go back and comment.
He was all jealous. He's all like, fuck.
I reported it. That's what I do to other
Trying to
YouTube
cancel
channels.
me.
I always get nervous to like the thing too soon, because I feel like, you know how ever since they started letting people see who liked it,
Yeah.
I don't want people to know like what I'm doing. Like my worst, I don't really like people to know like what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. So like the whole fact that you could see like this thing's been posted 29 minutes ago and
Yeah.
then Mason liked it. I'm just like,
That I feel the
it's like
same
a
way,
weakness almost, like,
but with traveling.
yeah. Or I want to like it like a day. I want to like it like a
Go
day
back
later.
a few days later.
Yeah, and like it. But then I usually end up missing out, like, because I'll never remember, you know, to go
Yeah.
back. So I end up missing out all my best friends' posts that I want to comment like, but just because I'm like weird to not like it then, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a weird one.
So I just figured, I just figured it out, right?
Yes, help me.
So I know I'm going to Indo in
Plans just became
in
reality.
August. When's the contest date?
August.
August.
August 1st to August 31st.
So I'm gonna be in the
And
mental
you got
wise,
your name's
and
on there.
I'm gonna be like chasing some like super sick slabs while you guys are just chasing tail down at freaking Padang.
No, wait,
I'm
we're
gonna
both married, right?
No, like some wave tail.
Wait.
Oh yeah, wait.
We're all married.
I know. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Tail definition has changed for us.
I know,
It's
right?
waves.
Oh, it's tail is still waves, right?
Yeah, you're chasing the tail.
Like, don't even-
Sorry, it's kind of fried, but
no, I
but-
like that one. I just never even knew.
So
And how's this one? But I brought you guys some gifts.
let's
What?
go.
Boom.
Oh,
Brought you guys some uncle. So it was
Oh,
Uncle
this is
D's
so epic.
special day the other day, and I brought you guys some gifts. But the only thing is, if you guys both want camo, you could take
Which one do you want?
whatever one you want. There's
it's up
black.
to Nate.
It's totally up to you guys.
I would like the camo.
I'll go black. I'm sorry.
Sure?
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
an extra one camo.
No,
if you
I'll
want.
go black.
You sure?
Yeah. Thank you. You know it's sick. Thank you,
I
Mason.
know Uncle D would
Thank
want
you.
guys.
100%.
Means a lot, man. Wow.
love it.
I'm gonna keep this forever.
We just made like a couple of them, so I just figured when I heard we are coming up here, I was like, "Oh, Nate and
I'm so
Jamie at
psyched.
one time."
I love this.
We love you, Uncle D.
Yeah,
We miss
Uncle
you,
D.
Uncle D.
What? Sorry, the carpet. Boom. Coming up,
One for Uncle D.
Hey, you know, so the one of the coolest things Uncle Derek told me at Pipeline, I was like, how do you like you're making it so hard for me and your dad.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
Like how do you keep doing this? Like how do you keep like paddling out the pipe and being psyched and like just catching these crazy waves and pushing the envelope and you know, like at that age, like, dude, I'm 41. I'm like, how long can I do this for? And your dad and your uncle were like inspiration to me and still is. And like, and Uncle Derek, he looked at me, he goes, passion. I was like,
Oh, it's such
whoa.
a good answer.
Yeah, it's sick.
dude, it's just
Because you could see it every time he surfed. That was like him and pipe passion. Just
yeah.
that's
Getting
so cool.
passion.
But the crazy thing is every time I would check pipe and I like live right there, I'm like, oh, it's good. But I look straight down and there's freaking Derek, bro. He's
On the
ready.
window.
He's already on the window and he's like walking down the stairs. I'm like, oh, bro, I trip out.
I
So
always
good.
tripped on that. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
He was just like this guru master that was just like so in tune with the wave.
Right. I'd be like, I just remember I'd be driving around the island or whatever, surf or looking for surf or, you know, sometimes in the morning pipe, it's like a little too big or it's a little morning sick or something. And I usually not like to like just stay on pipe too much. I'll go run around and look, but don't, you know, you're always like, oh, pipe's the
Thinking
best
it.
of it.
Yeah.
It's like pipe's the
Firing
top
all
of the
day.
line. Yeah. So you're usually like, oh, is it firing? Is it firing? I just remember Uncle D. My favorite memories with Uncle D are one of the simple favorite ones I always think was I'd be, no matter where I was on the island or what I was doing or what, I'd randomly get a text from him that would just say like, hello pipeline, or like,
I love that, like a little alert.
yeah, like a little alert, you know? And I'd just be like, oh, and I just remember like at first I'd try to kind of fight it. Cause like, I'd be like, oh, it's not really though. Right. But he would always like have his, either like another one simple line. And
Oh,
just
that's
kinda,
so cool.
yeah, no. So sometimes, like, I swear he's like guided all through my life. Like, I would have just been in la la land if it wasn't for those random, like, hello pipeline or like,
Like he just seen the one that spit to start the window.
yeah,
and he sent
yeah,
the text.
yeah. No, and not always. I remember as I got older, I was like, okay, when I got those from Uncle D, I'd just drop everything and just like no matter where I was.
That's how I was like, where Mason just came out of
Bruh.
nowhere, bro.
No, I swear. Yeah. And all those sessions I remember like my best wave of my entire life out there. I was literally on the other side of the island at dark in the morning. I was right waxing up about to go. And I'm like, damn, it's like too big, but screw it. There's no one out and whatever. And I just remember Uncle D's like shot one of those, like a hello pipeline or something. And I literally just was like, oh my God, dropped everything, raced it home, got out there by the morning. It was like still morning and then got one of my best waves. And I was
Wow.
just like, and I was
That's
just thinking,
so
oh, if
cool.
it wasn't for that, or like I wouldn't even have been a thing, or there's no
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
for me that day. I would have been by myself in my little place and probably got pounded and like, yeah, I don't know. And so I don't know. Yeah. Uncle D was just so, like he said, he was always on it.
Yeah.
So good. One of my favorite persons to surf pipeline with. Just so inspiring every time we would go out there.
Yeah.
Super cool. And now your pops is doing the same thing. They've always been doing the same
They've
thing. So
always been-
sick.
Seeing them two together out there, like brothers at that age, still at that level.
It's insane.
It's so
No,
cool.
they're like 5th degree black belts at a pipeline. Like
Yeah.
like
Sick.
straight up. You like see like sensei paddling and you don't paddle. You just go, yeah, that's a good one, Uncle Mike. And he's just like, I know.
Right. Uncle D loved that
Yep.
sensei
Yep.
wave selection, huh?
So
He'd
good.
paddle
So
out
good
some
at it.
spots and just be like, oh, I'm going. A couple times I'd be like, Uncle, is there a little soft spot? Can I sneak? I'd be like, are you going to let me go? I'd be right up behind him and kind of give him the puppy eyes. You can give it to me? And he'd just not even be phased. He'd just look at me like, and just go, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, it's me too." Everybody, yeah, it's everybody.
Not like Alamana Bowls or VLAN. It's like shit, get out of here, bro.
But that's the gnarliest part. VLAN and Alamana Bowl, he would swipe me just as hard as like anywhere, like it didn't even matter, and it was so funny. And like, because a couple times there'd be like even like a scary guy or just like some guy I'd see around the island, and I'm just like. Surfs a couple spots and I'm like, oh, okay, that guy's kind of gnarly. I just always give him his space, you know, like we'd go out to bowls, you know, and then I just know the guy's waiting in line. I'm like, whatever, paddling for a little bit. And then all of a sudden I'll just see Uncle D paddle out with the big old, like just smirk. Like, and I'm just like, oh, bro, is Uncle D really going to get this guy? Like, there's no way he's going to get him. And then first wave, you know, like the wave comes in, the guy's been waiting, you know, I'm just like, bro, no, RZ. And then Uncle D just turns around and just goes, you know.
Such a classic.
Or yeah, no, and I just be like, I'd just be all nervous for him, you know. But then yeah, like
it would always the guy would almost
be like, oh, you know. Sometimes I think that one time he's like, oh, because I think he even knew that I was looking, and he was like, alpha. He didn't want to show like he wasn't truly
he was gonna
alpha.
give way, yeah.
But bro, Uncle D just alphaed him so hard. Bro. He was such a moke. He probably knows who he is talking about it, but. Bruh, you got alphaed so hard by Uncle D, bro. I'm so sorry. I instantly felt way better. No, I actually felt really nervous at first because I was like, bro, the guy knows. Because he's like, oh. And then Uncle D's just like, or whatever, got barreled, came out, and then the guy ate it. And then Uncle D went all the way in. The guy came up and just looked at me. Just like looked at me and like, and I was just like, bro, and I literally was like, bro, I didn't see nothing. Like, I was just like, I was almost like, I don't even know who that uncle was who got you almost. And it was Uncle D. But I was just like, looked away, like, I don't know what. And then the guy was like, whatever, a little pissed off. But I was like, just, like trying to be a little, or whatever, a little bit. But after I was just thinking, oh, if you see this, you got alphaed by Uncle D. Yeah.
Let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Thank you so much.
Love
Nate.
hanging
Thank
out
you,
with
Jamie.
you guys.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having
Good times.
me as well about you guys.
Let's end it. The Jamie O. Mason H0 show with the man himself, Nathan Florence.
I'll text you guys more often.
Dude.
Yeah. You always have a super nice, your texts are like really nice and meaningful, and like they're good though when they come through.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I feel happy when I get those.
If anyone's watching or whoever's watching this that stuck around and subscribe to Mason, help you get 100K. Like,
yes.
Let's do it.
Jamie.
I can't believe it's not there. The guy has to get there.
If I get a subscribe.
If anyone deserves it, it's Mace.
No, that's not true. That's not true. But yeah, if I could get a subscribe shout out there, we could get this thing to 100,000 subscribers. I don't even know what I'll do.
All right. We're good. We're out. Peace.
All right,
thanks. Much love, everybody. Thank you.
Woo.